All right, so what we're going to do for this exercise is use ChatGPT. As you can see, I'm logged into ChatGPT, and I do have the $20 per month plan, but I'm pretty sure that you can do this as well with the free option as also. But what I'm going to do today is just walk through doing a sales mock with ChatGPT. So this is one of the use cases that you can use ChatGPT for. So just sit back and enjoy my blunder and enjoy my success. So let's see how it works. All right, so what I'm going to do first is just go into the use voice mode. I'm going to click on that, and then when I see the color changes, hey, so what I want to do today is actually have a conversation or have you be my mock salesperson. I'm going to attempt to sell you a website. You run a business, so you're the head of nursing at a nursing home, or you're the business owner at a nursing home. And I want you to be somewhat resistant to my sale, and let's see if we can go through this pitch together.
Absolutely. Let's do it. So I'll put on my nursing home owner hat and be a bit skeptical. You go ahead and try to convince me that I need that website, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so again, what we're going to do is a mock interview or a mock sales pitch. So I want you to not break character, and we're going to start from the time that you answer the phone, and let's see if I can win you over and try to get your business.
Absolutely. I'll stay in character the whole time. So let's jump in. I'm picking up the phone now. Hello, this is the nursing home owner speaking. How can I help you today?
Yes, I was calling you because I ran across your business online on Google, and there are a couple of things that I noticed as I'm working through, as I'm looking at your company. First, I noticed that you don't have a website. Is that something that you guys have thought about?
Oh, I see. Well, thanks for reaching out. We have thought about it a little bit, but to be honest, we're just not sure if it's really something we need. A lot of our residents are older, and we figure they might not be using the internet that much. So I'm a bit skeptical if it's something that's actually going to help us.
Oh, that completely makes sense. But just think of it more like most businesses now, business starts online. Nobody really goes door to door anymore. So that's going to be your face for the web. So I'll give you an example. When I recently was looking for a facility to put a relative in, the first thing I did was Google that location. And if they didn't have a website, that was one location that I skipped over. And then secondly, if their Google rating wasn't above a 3, that was also something that I would skip over. So I can help you with both of those for a very low cost. I can actually even send you over a mock up of the website so that you can take a look at it before you even commit. And then we would just make customizations to that website before you actually, or once you actually did confirm that you wanted to move forward and take a look at it. I have two options what you can take advantage of with that. One option is going to be where I just send you over the website and then you get it hosted and housed all on your own. So once I sell you the website, we're done. Or the second option is you go through a year process where I manage the hosting. If there are any changes that need to be made, I can make those changes for you at a relatively low cost as well.
All right. I appreciate you explaining that. I can see where you're coming from. You're right that a lot of people do live online first these days. So I guess I could see how having a website would make it look a bit more professional and approachable to families who are searching for care. I'm still a little cautious about the cost and the commitment, but I'm open to hearing more. So go ahead and tell me a bit more about how those options would work.
Yeah, so our prices start at 150, and that's a flat rate for the website. If you did want to have changes made, if you did want to have additional things put inside of your website, then that cost could vary from there. And then from a hosting standpoint, the range of that starts at about $30 per month. And that is just me making one modification on a monthly basis to your website for a 12-month commitment. And again, all of this is something you have options and flexibility here. So all of this are things that you can adjust as you need to. But I think the first thing for us to do is for me just to send you over a sample website so you can see what's possible. So you can just see how the visualization of your company online would look or could look.
Well, that definitely sounds more approachable, and I appreciate that you're laying out the options and that it's flexible. I like the idea of seeing a sample first. That way I can kind of visualize it and see if it's something that really fits us. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm interested in seeing what you come up with, and we can go from there.
That sounds perfect to me. So what I'll need just from you is your email address, and I can get that over to you here in the next couple of minutes. And then those modifications, if you do decide to move forward, we can make those modifications over the next day and then have your website up and running at the latest within 24 to 48 hours.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I'm definitely willing to share my email so you can send that over, and I appreciate you making this easy. So go ahead and send me that sample and we'll take it from there. Thanks for
All
the
right.
conversation.
All right. Sounds good. Talk to you later. Bye.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon. That was a great little mock run through. If you need any more practice, just let me know.
All right, so now let's break character, and I would actually like for you to give me some feedback on that call. What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? What was good? Just give me your insights.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So, first off, you did a really nice job of keeping like conversational and low pressure, which is always great. You made it feel like it was my choice, and that builds trust. One thing you could do even more is maybe share a quick success story or an example of a similar client. That can help someone picture the value. But overall, you did great. You laid out the options clearly and you kept it flexible. So, nice job on that.
All right, thanks.
You're very welcome. I'm always happy to help out and give you some feedback. So if you ever want to do another run or need more tips, just let me know.
All right, so that was my run through with ChatGPT, having ChatGPT act as the business owner and walking through that process. And this was just a simple on the fly prompt that I talked into the voice command section to allow ChatGPT to do that. These mocks could be done on interviews. They could be done on anything if you're wanting to have a conversation, and you can tell it how you want it to be. So I could have actually told it to be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit more forceful in the no, I'm not interested, and had me fight through how I could combat that, or I could have made it be easier, make it more of a pushover. But as you can see, one of the things that I do want to point out when you are using the voice command in ChatGPT, and something that I sometimes is annoying, is the friendliness of the conversation. Sometimes I want it to be a little bit more aggressive and be like, just the light bubbly, hey, is there anything more that I can do? It sometimes gets annoying because that comes at the end of every conversation that you have with the voice, with ChatGPT voice. But again, this was just a quick walkthrough of how you could do mock interviews, sales pitches. If you want to have tough conversations, or if you need to have conversations, then you want to practice those conversations first. This is just an example of how you could and should do that using ChatGPT.